All right. Welcome everyone. We are live. I need to fix this thing. Oh my goodness. Happy Friday. It is Friday. Welcome to the Unconventional Mindset. My name is Odum. Today we got a great, it's a great day, whatever. We got a great show for you guys today. Special guest. No special guest, but we're going to be working on finalizing our style guide for Piixel pieces, which is going to be awesome. And then we can start building our components and our templates for our library and really start with that whole process. So I'm super pumped about that. And of course here, what are we doing on this stream? If you're new, we of course every day get to work and we're trying to build ourselves a company that's going to generate us $1 million in revenue every single year. And we're focusing on Piixel, which is a Webflow design and development company. And now we're transitioning or expanding a little bit into providing or building components and templates, which is going to help us do our works for our clients better. And hopefully it'll help you do better work for you and your clients as well. So today is Friday, and we forgot to do this last Friday, but we should do it now anyways and get it kind of into the habit of this, is reviewing our company goals and the things that we had set out that we want to get done by the end. I think at the end of the year. I think we're just going to start with this year. So I could say here, company goals. So reach 2,500 in recurring revenue through Stripe. We haven't made any progress on that. So we are still at, I think it's 350 recurring revenue. Yeah. So that hasn't changed. So nothing to update there. Received 25 grand in revenue. I have two outstanding invoices that are totaling $8,500. So I'm still waiting for that to hit the bank. So when that gets in there, we'll update this. Hopefully it'll be here by next week, but we never know, or you never know. And newsletter subscribers to the Unconventional Mindset. Let me just take a quick look at that. Do I have it notifying me? I think I have it notifying me if there's any new subscribers. So I don't think there's any new ones, but oh my goodness, 2-step authentication is such a pain. Okay. Audience. Okay. Audience dashboard. No growth. Okay. So we haven't been publishing that, or we haven't been focusing on trying to grow that. So that's something that we need to kind of take a minute and kind of think about. But one thing that we do have here is monetize our Unconventional Mindset YouTube channel and up our subscribers. So we do have an update for our subscribers. So we are now at, I think it's 214. Let me check. Yeah, so we are at 214 subscribers, which is cool. Thank you to each and every one of you for subscribing. That is awesome. Oh my goodness, I'm choking. So 214. So that's an increase of 8 from last week. So we can kind of see our updates. So we got 8 last week, and then the week before we got 11. So a little bit less. And then 2 weeks ago that's 9. So we're kind of hovering around 8 to 10 new subscribers a week, which is kind of cool. I didn't start my comments. Howdy. Hey, Kevin. How you doing? Happy Friday. Welcome to the stream. Getting all set for the weekend. Always looking forward to Fridays. Although I feel like the weekend is the time where I can catch up on work. So it's really kind of weird. Anyways, okay. So, and then one last thing with our goals with the monetization is 4,000 watch hours. And we are at, let me check the YouTube studio. This is a part where I really need to start growing and thinking about how to grow, is getting watch hours, because we need to get to 4,000 watch hours. And I think, so I think by doing weekly videos, I think that'll, like, just more short form videos, not these long-term live streams, I think will help get more viewers. So sorry, we are at 386. watch hours to get to 4,000. Okay. So we're 16% there. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. So that's where we are. So the money stuff, not so worried about that. And that'll, once that hits the bank, we'll be good to move that. Are we going to get to 25 grand this year? I don't know. I'm not really actively looking for clients. So that's where it's going to be interesting to kind of find out. Okay. So where are we? We are here. So I did do some work yesterday on this to just clean up the design and the look and feel a little bit. So you might see that it looks a little bit more cohesive. A little bit more. I mean, it's going to be very minimal anyways. So how big should I make it? I'll make it a little bit bigger here. So in fact, we can just kind of, maybe I'll just full screen it here. Okay, so welcome to the Styleguide. Styleguide follows the client-first principles developed by the great people over at FinSuite. So we start with our HTML elements. So we have our headings. And this color here, I just changed it to not be so bright. This H1, the pink here, that's the same color as the Webflow class name when you kind of highlight it on the top right corner in the style panel. So we have our H1 headings. Then we have our native elements. We got paragraphs, block quote, ordered list, unordered list, and then the links. Then we have our structure classes. I need to actually, this is what we're going to need to work on today because this is the one thing that isn't done yet. But these are going to be like the page wrapper, the main wrapper, and the containers, and then the paddings up and down. That's all going to be here. So I just kind of started working on that last night, but then I just kind of stopped. You see, I just kind of cut and pasted from the headings. Native elements. And yeah, see, let's just delete this because it's duplicated. We'll delete it later. But yeah, it was duplicated, so that needs to just be deleted. So we're on to forms. So we have the form component, text field, text area, selection field, radio button, and checkbox. And the radio button, I can't select that. What is going on there? I have to see what's going on there because that's not good at all. Rich text element, rich text, H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. And then just the different elements here, the image and a video. Heading styles, very straightforward. Buttons. So here's the thing that I changed. So I made a few changes. Maybe I'll talk about it here. Before I had the two styles, I had the button style and then I had the A link. So if you had a link that you wanted to do as a button. But what I found out is Webflow, when you create a button, when you actually use, let me just kind of throw it in here. When you use the actual button as, I guess, where are they? As an element, where is it? Maybe it's not here. It's got to be here, isn't it? Input, there it is, button. So this element here, it's actually doesn't HTML as an actual button. It HTMLs as a link. So whether it's you're using this button or a link and then calling it button, it's going to have the same effect. So semantically in the HTML, it's the same. So that's why I got rid of it because it doesn't make any sense. So, but yeah, the changes that I've made from this versus client first is that I added secondary and then accent for the different colors and also is reverse. And the reverse is if you just have the button outlined. Button is text. I don't know if anybody would ever do this. Well, I can maybe think of a few reasons why you might want to do this, but anyways, that's in client first. So I just ported it over. And then is icon. I need to get some better icons, but yeah, that's that. Let's actually go back to this version. Okay, now we have our text classes, text sizes, text styles. Everything is pretty much the same. Text weight, I think that one just adds all of them in this one. I don't think in client first there's actually text weight. Can I see? This isn't scrolling. Oh, because I'm not on the actual style guide. Let me just take a quick look here. Okay. Where's their text styles? Yeah, they are X bold, bold, semi-bold, medium. I don't like that. I prefer the numbers so you know exactly what it is. So you can tell right off the bat what font weight it is. So that's a little bit of a departure. Hopefully that's okay with people. Text alignment, text left, center, right, and then justified. Colors. We got all of our text colors, which are cool, looking good. All our background colors. And this isn't the greatest color scheme, but I think it's really good to showcase the difference with the primary, secondary, and accents. So just really bright, really vibrant, and yeah, and just really kind of shows what you can do. And then we have our 7 grayscales, which are called neutral, and then black and white. So we got padding, so utility system, padding direction plus padding size. So we got the padding direction classes and then the padding sizing classes. And then our margins, same thing. And then our spacers. I built in these spacers yesterday as well too. And utility classes, I haven't done anything for these as well. But I think in here, in client first, it's just basically a bunch of empty divs because there's not much you can really go in there because it's just something that you just kind of put in. But I might just do something like this. So that's where we are. What else did I update? There's a few other things. I can't remember exactly what it was. Anyways, as we're going along, I'm sure I'll come across it. Okay, so all of this content, this whole section here, delete. Now we need to basically add in these structures. And I'll make these regular tags because they're not HTML elements. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited to get this thing done and start working on a template, templates and components too. Ooh, that's good. I actually don't drink coffee, so this is hot chocolate. This is cold here now. It's like 2 degrees. No, it's 7 degrees outside. It was 1 degree this morning. Now it's 7. It gets cold. All right. How did I'm just trying to think of how I created these. I'm just going to, I think I'm just going to copy this and throw it right into here. Nope. Okay. So this item, I think we want it to be stretched. This is page wrapper. So excellent. So I have that. And I think, yeah, that's just an empty. Right, page wrapper just wraps around the entire. Wraps around everything, basically. Yeah, so I usually call that just like, well, sometimes I would use wrapper or I would do content wrapper. Page wrapper seems good. Okay. And the next one we have is main wrapper. Oh, no, in here we need our combo is stretch. And what is the difference between main wrapper and the other wrapper? And I think the main wrapper is just another wrapping for the internal page after the paddings and whatnot. So let's go, where's the guide? Let's get into the guide. The documentation, core structure, page wrapper, then main wrapper. This element should not be heavily styled, so it's just there. Yeah, so we can cut and paste into a different page. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I think it's going to be blank, and it's probably going to show up. Let's just see here. Page wrapper and main wrapper. Yep. Oh, that's kind of neat. They're showing it as a block, not as something that's spanning the full width, which is kind of interesting. Okay. Okay, I have an idea. I have a few ideas. Okay. Is stretched. This is going to be container small, which I actually don't have it set up yet. Let me just take a look at the other container. With the 100 and all its variable. Okay, so I think we have width 100%, but it has a max width of, and I think we want container right small, like this. There we go. So this one, it's actually the opposite because the container itself has, this is just empty space. So we want the dotted lines to be on the inside this one. So it's empty dash div. There we go. And then this one here, margin background. Which one is it? I think it's padding background. No. I need to look at the class. What's the class? Oh, just background color neutral. Got it. Background color neutral lightest. So if I go back up, where am I? There we go. Excellent. That's looking good. And container medium. This also is stretched. Container medium. Width 100%. Margin is auto. So it's centered. And yes, maxed width is container medium. Yeah, that's not good when it looks like it's full. We'll have to work on our sizing and also our display ports and our view widths. And one more. And this one here is simply going to be container large. And is stretch. And that's spanning the full width. Yeah, so maybe large is too large. But anyways, we'll play around with the numbers. And make sure everything makes sense. Okay. So what are the other core structures after container? Padding, right? Padding global. One thing that I think might be good to know, like it's good to know, like should we put somewhere in here what the actual width is? Like in here, like should there be something inside that basically says, you know, what the actual size is? I think this is what it is. Right? Like something like this. But obviously centered inside, making it look really nice. Let's just say, let's throw in some, you know, font size. Let's say we want it tiny. Of course, we want everything centered. We want it vertically centered as well too, which we can do by giving it a line height as the same height as the text size, or as the size of the, oh no, that's going to be too much. It's all relative. We can flex this. Ooh, is that going to screw everything up? No, it should be good. There we go. That's what we can do. Right, something like that. Does that make more sense? Kind of like that. Kind of like that. So you can kind of see what's going on. But then I guess what we're going to have to do is update this text every single time you update the variable, which shouldn't be very often. I mean, it should just be set, right? So I'm going to let that sit for a while because I kind of like it. Let me know what you guys think. What is the max width here? Medium is 60. I guess small might be 40. And then this one might be 90, something like that. Yeah, I like that. See what it looks like at 100%. Yeah, it's small, but Yeah, I like it. Just gives you a little bit more information, right? Okay, so we need to do our paddings next, right? So let's go padding global. Because yeah, here's another thing where your padding is global. It's going to be 3 on each side. Right, so padding is going to be on the outside. So we're going to need one of these ones. We're going to copy this one. No, we're not. We're going to need one of these ones. Okay. Stretch. So basically this one here is padding global. Which should be, padding global is only on the left and the right. Or on the top and the bottom. No, on the left and the right. Interesting. And then I guess that's what it is. Right, padding up and down is just going to be done with your spacers. Right. Okay. So and now, is it basically padding like small, medium, large? How is this done? Padding section, small, medium, large. Right. Padding section, small. And that should be up and down. Yes, and these ones are up and down. Right. 3, 5, and 8. Yeah, that's what I would do too. And so this is going to be padding section small, which is going to be sizing do we set sizing small as the global variable? I think we do. That's our global padding. Maybe actually this would make more sense. I'm not sold on it. Maybe it'll change. I don't know. Delete. Padding section medium. And sizing. And then double. Sizing 6. And then padding section large. Interesting. I have 15 on this page, padding section large, and the padding is 3 EM. So that is interesting. And where do I have that? I probably have that, yeah, at the start. Padding section small. I basically need to rename all these padding section large to small. I don't know if it's going to let me do that because it already exists. Damn it. Okay, so what can we do? I think I'll rename this one to just smallest for now. And then with this padding section large, I'll rename that to small. And then I will just delete this one. And then put it back to small. And this one, we're just gonna, and then we'll just make padding section large, create this new style, which will be a padding, size. And we'll make this, do we double it again to extra huge? I mean, that's a lot of padding. But I love my white space. So we'll do that. And again, this is all 100% customizable. So people can move it to whatever makes sense for them. Great. Okay, and button group. There's one last thing we need to do with this. We have a div, and we're going to make this. Basically, it's the empty dash div. I feel like we should give it a min width as well, which should help. Sizing, which is 3. Oh, no, we did large at 2. And another one. And that should mean this one here, if we don't want to stretch this one. We don't want to stretch this one. This one should, right, these are different. This needs to be background neutral lightest. And not the empty div, but the empty salt dash div. There we go. Copy that one for this one. And this background needs to be background neutral lightest. Right, so page wrapper, main wrapper, great. Do we need to have anything that explains what the styles are? I mean, I don't think so, because you have it in here. I think what we're going to have to do is create a documentation very similar to this one that at least just outlines what every single, like not so, this is more like the strategy. So this is more of understanding client first. People can obviously refer to this one, but for understanding like what each element here does, not element, what each class does, I think to have documentation for that would make a lot of sense. I mean, they're pretty straightforward. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how things play out. Right, and for like all these things. Yeah, I don't know if it's important to have the actual, this content on the inside. I mean, it's kind of nice, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So the last thing we need to do, which I don't know what we're really going to do, is the utility classes. Because basically they're empty, right? So where's the empty? Let's go. Where are we? Let's go here. Yeah, we just basically want to copy this. Let's background. I mean, because if we have this here, hide tablet, so when you go into tablet mode, it'll just be gone, which kind of works. So that's not so bad. I don't mind that. So we don't even need this background. I think that's, yeah, let's get rid of that. So we just need this empty dash div. Okay. One here in mobile. One here in landscape. Overflow visible. Overflow hidden. Overflow auto. Overflow scroll. The pointer thing. This layer, right? What the hell is it doing? I'm not understanding that one at all. So let's. Got our Z index. Okay, what is this layer thing? Layer. What does it do? Oh, right. It just makes things absolute. Ugh. Okay. It's just basically, yeah, a layer. So it just plasters it on. Like think of a Photoshop layer, just this blank thing that just covers over everything. At least it covers over its parent element. Unless you make it relative to your whole canvas, which you can, I guess, if you want to. Div square, div square. Interesting. For this one, or maybe if I stretch that, then it's going to square the whole thing. Okay. Doesn't have any styles associated with the square at all. Interesting. It's got to have something. Oh, because this one. It's a grid. Interesting. Interesting. Right, mines aren't grid, mines are flexed. If I make it a grid. Still not going to work. Okay. It's okay because if I make this, I mean, whenever I make this, it's going to turn into a square. So just delete that. Let's just throw in something. Let's throw in a div. And let's say Piixel style guide. Just something to visualize this thing. Just a square. No. Yeah, sure, square. And let's just say it is going to be that wide. And then that's still not going to work either because it's got to be the square itself, I think. So if we give this thing a background, it's the div square itself, not the containing element inside. Right. So let's just give it a background color then. Background color. Oh, but then it's not going to work because it doesn't have a size. And I don't want to put a size onto it because that's going to ruin the class. Shit, what do we do? Screw it. We're going to put this in there. But then the square is, now it's not a rectangle. Or it's not a square at all. Weird. Okay, we're going to leave it empty for now. We're going to leave it empty for now so we understand exactly what it does. Because I don't know if I'd ever even use this. Is there a search here? No search. Is it utility? I think it's utility. So creates and maintains a one-to-one dimension of a div. Sure. Okay. I guess that can become useful if you're doing something responsive and something's not behaving the way that you want it to. But then I usually just code that element in. Anyways, I understand. I understand why that would be there. Okay. Are we done? Are we done? So we have our utility classes in here. We have our spacers. We have our margins. We have our paddings. Margin direction 2, right? Yeah. Oh, this is margin. Oh, I can't edit in this thing. Margin direction classes. Are we pluralizing? I think so. We have our background color. We have our text color, text alignment, text weights, text styles, text size, buttons, headings, rich text, forms, just the structures, and then the native HTML elements. I think we're done. Well, we're not. We still got to make this thing look better because this menu item or this navigation menu is brutal, but we're looking pretty good. This line height. There we go. Set that. Oh boy. What do we want to do right now? What's next? Oh, right. Let's take a look at some of our default variables here. So we got small, medium, large for our container size. Should we try to make them a little bit smaller just to even maybe fit a little bit? So what if we did 40, 50, 70? And then you might be able to see that a little bit better on here. That's still not going to show. It'll show up when we go here. Still not showing up. Container. What's the size of this thing right now? Oh my goodness. Oh, we're gonna have to, okay. Then what do we have for so this whole thing? We have the layout, we have the wrapper, we have the main wrapper, which doesn't have anything. associated with it. We have container large. So this container here has our max width, which is large, which is 70. And what is that? 70 times 16, that's 1120. So if we go max here, oh, you know what? Because I think the actual, yes, this whole, right. So container large is going to be 100% of what this is, because that's just the full width of the container. So I think that's probably what client first does as well too. Let's just confirm that. Yeah, container large, which is what this thing is wrapped in, is container large. So it's going to be 100%. Okay, so that makes sense. 40, 50. Oh, can't edit in this thing. 40, 50, 70. So the only thing that I think I would like to do, at least for now, is update this navigation and make this look a little bit nicer. And should we worry about having these sub navigation items as well too? So you have heading here, but, or sorry, the HTML elements, but we have headings and then we have native elements, right? Like within here. So do we throw in a sub navigation link? Kind of feel like we do, but we need to make sure. But if we have, like, say, okay, let's do a couple things here. Let's add this in. Let's say we have this other link here, which is going to be, excuse me, Piixel, Styleguide, navigation link, but it's like a sublink. And whatever, let's just throw a padding on there. So if we have it like this, but if we want to have it, I'd like to be able to have them to be able to expand and collapse, right? So if that's the case, then this one, the HTML element, it's not going to be clickable to scroll down to this, because it's going to have to be clickable to trigger an opening of the navigation. Like, you can't do both, right? So if that's the case, what do we do? So we'd have headings, and then there would be native elements. So do we do another one where it's going to be something like intro? I don't like that. Maybe we just make it so that when you click on it, it expands, and then that's that. Yeah, I don't see any other way around it. If we want to have these sub elements. And then I guess when we go here, let's just see how this is going to look. ID headings. And this link is going to go to headings. This one here, we don't have native elements. Native elements. And then so native elements and headings. Unless we just have it so that they're just all open and they're just available like this, and we don't worry about collapsing and closing things. Maybe that could be what we do for right now, not to make things complicated, right? What is this one? Why is this one here? So just structures, forms, rich text doesn't have anything, buttons, text classes. Text has some stuff. Text sizes. What else? What else? Text styles and text weights. Maybe we can just do there should be, oh no, I think that's it. Color is going to have text color, and then background color. Text sizes, text styles, text weights. Oh, text alignments. I thought I had forgotten one. Text alignment. Text color. And then background color. Padding direction. Padding size. Margin direction. Margin size. Space resistant utility. Okay. Okay. So we got padding direction and size. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Let's add these proper links. This is going to text size. Text styles, oops, heading. And then text weights. And text alignment. All right, text color. Background color. All right, padding direction. Padding direction. Padding size. Margin direction. And margin size. Okay, so all that should work as we need it to. Seems to be. Text size, styles, weights, alignments. Okay, that's looking good. Now, let's fix this. We don't want it on the padding. We want it to have a margin, but nothing too crazy. I think if we just give it just maybe a 1 indent, or should it be maybe 1.5, which will be half the actual padding from the left side. Okay. Should we make them a different size? No, I don't think so. And this is we're gonna have problems, I think, if the screen is really small, because that's not going to be scrollable. Which is kind of a bummer. So what do we do about that? I mean, we can have like this, it's its own scrolling section. Which is always so weird, but what can we do? Let's see. I'll go back to here. I think navigation wrapper. That position is fixed. But this one, I think we want to give this one the overflow of scroll. So let's see. That should fix it if it needs to be. If we need to scroll, it's not gonna change. Why is it doing that? This is actually one thing that I think I've never actually built, is a menu that would scroll, but yet be in a fixed position. So let's see if we can figure this out. And that also depends on the size of the browser. Nope. What did I do there? Okay, let's figure this out. And once we have that, then I think we'll be pretty much done. think maybe because we don't want the navigation itself to be fixed. We want, where did it go? It totally disappeared. Oh, there it is at the top. Still no scroll there. Do we need to fix the whole aside panel, which is this piece right here? If we fix it, and make the width, or the height, I should say. Whoop. What did I just do? Press F11. Not the width, but if I make the height 100%. That is getting me my scroll bar. And then let's just see this for a second. So that's okay. So that's working. So then all I would need to do now to fix this whole thing is to give this thing a width. This whole navigation wrapper, we'll give it a width of say 20 REMs, maybe even a little bit smaller. Just the size that we need it to be. 18. And then we give our main wrapper, we're going to give it, I imagine just a margin on the far side of 18. That's still... But do we need to give it a width of 100%? Oh, wait, what's this Piixel Styleguide layout? Oh, right. This is in a weird grid. Right. So let's totally kill that. And then we should be good. There. Fixed, I hope. Okay. Let's have a look. Maybe this size. And if we... All right, so we scroll down there, and as we get to the bottom, so this will scroll all the way up. And then for over here, okay. Let me publish this to a little staging site here. And maybe we can have a look in the browser here. Okay. Let's go to forms. Rich text. Heading styles. Buttons, text classes. Okay. I think we're looking good. Except there's a problem here with this padding huge not showing up. So I think, yeah. There's just too much padding. Oh, you know why? There's no minimum. If we go into, where's the padding? Padding, padding, padding. If we go into here, oh, it's still in the play. If we give this one a minimum width as well, size, and I think it's 2, then it'll at least be a square. Minimum, at a minimum. Where are we? Here we are. There it is. Perfect. I'm really not feeling this navigation. I'm not feeling it at all. Maybe there's something else we can do. Maybe we can make it sticky at the top, like a top navigation where each element, whatever, it'll just be like a drop-down nav. Anyways, that's like little details, little small details. I'll probably work on that maybe on the weekend, or just think a little bit about that and go from there. But overall, though, other than needing to make this mobile responsive, I think we're done. Is there anything else that I missed? So I will say, if anybody wants to take a look at this, I'm going to leave this. I'll put it in the chat here. I think this will link. So that's published on the Webflow, whatever it's called there, the staging environment. So you can have a look and tell me what you think. Because I think it's this one's weird. What's going on with this main wrapper? We gotta fix that. Something's going on with the main wrapper. Okay. Oh, it's got this width. Oh, whoops. Ah, shit. Everything's all messed up. No, I didn't wrap it in up. And that's, okay. All right. Right, because I had it in a grid before. Okay, you know what? I'm going to just do this just for right now. Piixel. Piixel style guide. Navigation spacer. So that's Brad. That's just a very, very quick hack here, just because, if you guys want to take a look at this and let me know what you think. Although you can't really use it yet. I need to figure out how to put things on the Webflow, whatever it's called, so you can actually clone it. So I need to do that. I need to figure out how that's done. Maybe that'll be a cool thing that we can do maybe together on Monday. Yeah, I'm not feeling this the way this navigation is. Definitely not feeling it. I didn't see that comment, Kevin. We should pop a bottle of champagne. Yeah, sorry. Why my comment they're not showing up here? I didn't see it. Strange. Bottle of champagne. Yeah, that'd be nice. I don't have anything. I don't have any champagne though. You know what? The champagne and all that stuff, it's definitely going to come whenever we go, not live and launch the whole Piixel pieces, but when the whole like beta or whatever it is going to be that anybody can just kind of sign up. Because I think it's going to be in like 2 stages or 3 stages. First, it's going to be everyone that signed up initially as a tester. They'll get that email out in a couple weeks to start testing. And then I'll probably go out to just anyone to kind of come in and then launch. Or maybe I'll just skip it all together and just launch it after initial people take a look at it. I don't know. But then we'll maybe have a beer or something like that. Can you have a beer on stream? I don't think it's illegal. I think you can. I mean, I don't think you want to do anything illegal on a stream, right? So that's probably probably where that is. Okay, what else do we need to do? Am I forgetting anything other than fixing the navigation? I'm going to write some stuff down of what I want to take care of and what I want to have ready to go for Monday. Okay, so number 1, just clean up the navigation. Number 2, maybe need to just create a very simple landing/homepage. And then number 3, although I think we can figure this out together, is like how to register. I don't know if you need to register as a company or something to be able to post sites to the Webflow community to be able to make your sites available for cloning. Let's take a look right now, see if we can. Webflow add site for cloning. Showcase.webflow.io. Membership templates. You guys are leaving? Okay, how far? Are you wearing a new hat? Oh, looks comfy. Bye. Member stack. Premium. Client first. What is this? So if you wanted to have a job board template, $135. Wow. So templates are selling for this much. Charging $400 or $500 or what have you for lifetime access to something that has like, even as it say it has like a dozen like high quality templates, I think will be a pretty good deal. This is actually really cool though, because looks like it has make as well, which is awesome. But it comes with scenarios. So you just run them, I guess. 15 video tutorial setup. Yeah. This is pretty cool. And this is what I'm talking. This is kind of the things that I'm thinking about, where you take it to the next step, where it's not just a template. It's a whole, like you obviously get the template, but you can do much more than just have like the Webflow template. Like it'll have Zapier integration, or in this case, it has member stack and it has make. That's really, really, really cool. But I wonder if it just shows you how to make the scenarios, how to make the make scenarios, or there's some way to clone those things that I'm not sure of. Let's see.
Hey there, Julian here, and welcome to this job board template. And this is probably one of the craziest Webflow templates out there. Totally not biased when I say that. And it has absolutely everything you need. So I'm not just talking about the template itself, which comes with the template, the make scenarios, the videos, the member stack template, absolutely everything you need. But also the template itself has a ton of features. And because of that, you can use this to build out not only a job board, but a freelancer marketplace, something like Fiverr, Upwork, so on and so forth. So I'm just going to walk through the platform itself, and then you can see if that's something that's
I
going
don't
to
know why
pique
you
your
want to
attention. So
build something
first
that's
things
like
first, it
Fiverr.
comes with a marketing site. So here what we have is the candidates, or sorry, the company side of things. Then moving on, we have the applicants side of the page as well. They both have their own pricing. All of the monetization is built into this. You can, of course, use this monetization with the same or with different prices. You can also build your own. I'll give you some ideas for that throughout the videos. And then moving into the platform itself. So if we go over here, what we can see is this dashboard, and everything in here is real data. This is not just placeholders. You don't need to figure this out for yourself. It's all done, and the way that it gets there is totally explained. Along with that, if you do run into any issues, this is a totally supported template. So you could just ask me what's up, how to do something that you're trying to do, and I will do my very best to help you. So something here that we can see is people can mark a new hire. This number is going to remain in their member stack account, so this will be the same absolutely everywhere. You can post new jobs. This is only showing, of course, the jobs that I have posted from my account. It's not going to show other people's jobs. We can see this featured talent here, and the featured is a way that you can monetize it, which you'll see in just a minute. And along with that, you can see here find talent. This is another thing that the account that I'm on has unlocked and they're paying for. And what that is they can browse through all available people on the platform instead of just being able to post a job and wait for that. Speaking of posting a job, you can post a job and it is going to immediately take it live on the site. So now that you've seen that, let's take a look over here at what a freelancer slash candidate is going to see. So when they log in,
This is really cool.
first of all, you can see this one is featured because they are paying for that. And they can see all of the open jobs. They can go to their inbox and, of course, chat about it. You can see that the person is online, which you have total control over. They can go and view their own profile, which, as you can see here, there's like a little viewer for the portfolio built into their profile. They can edit their billing. They can do absolutely anything they want to, start a new chat with the company, and yeah. So it is a pretty crazy template, like I said. In the next video, I'm going to walk through
I
the...
was literally going to say this is a crazy template, and that's what he said. Like, that is a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff in here. Who's that for? I'd love to know what their sales are like on this, because somebody who wants to build something like this, I guess you can have a starting point, maybe if you don't want to do everything from scratch and figure it out. But man, oh man, it's to me something that's almost too complex and too specific. But for like only 150 bucks or 135 bucks, I mean, for the amount of time it would take you to make something like that, you'd want to sell at least, I don't know, you'd want to get at least like 50,000 bucks out of it, right? So you're going to spell need to sell like what, 400 or 500 of them? I guess that's definitely possible, especially with the foot traffic that MemberStack has. And I think that guy actually works at MemberStack, so they probably just built that in-house, which is crazy. Totally cool, though, by the way. Not knocking it by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, but this is not what we want to come and find. How to add a site to Webflow. That's not going to be right. Let me open up a new tab so I'm not logged in here. So resources. So it's made in Webflow. That's what I want to be able to do. Showcase your site. Is this what you do? Because you go to find similar, open live. I don't want to showcase. Clonable. Showcase your site. Okay, maybe that's in here. Like, let's go to site settings. It's probably in here, right? Would make sense. Site access. I don't have any site plans here, so I guess this isn't going to show up. Production, redirects. Like if I go here, is it just going to go? Yeah. So let's go to showcase my site. Let's go here. Select a profile. Sure. Okay. Allow others to clone the site. Okay. So this is pretty simple. So I guess we figured it out. Yeah, not too complicated. Tip, use awesome screenshot. Oh, okay, so I guess I could make a cool thumbnail image if I wanted to. You have not been tagged in the creator credits for any site. Uh-oh, someone's back. Hey.
Hey, sorry.
Everything okay?
So, yeah, it's raining a little bit outside, so I'm just gonna take the car, and then if it starts to get harder, I'll just invite everybody back here.
Sure.
You're okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll send you.
See what you got to do. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So that's pretty easy. So we'll do this on Monday, I guess, right? I mean, do we want to make this clonable? I guess so. Why not? Why not? We put it out there and we'll see what people do with it, if anyone's going to do anything with it. But I mean, I don't even want anybody to do anything with it right now anyways, in the sense that it's not really, I haven't built anything with it yet. So, yeah. Okay. So I think that is it for today. Actually, it's only been an hour and a half. I thought, for whatever reason, I thought this might be like 2 or 3 hours, but I guess pretty much everything was done. So got 3 different things to do. We got to clean up the navigation. We have to create a landing page. And once we do those 2 things, the style guide itself will be ready. And maybe I'll just have to take a look at the actual values of the padding and the values of like the max width and bin width and all that kind of stuff, just to see if there's anything that we want to do. And also, I forgot, just to make it responsive as well, which is pretty straightforward. We just basically take all the grids and just collapse them down. Nothing to that. And maybe, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe change the sizing. I don't know if we should be changing the sizings in the style guide. I kind of think maybe we should. I think we should. Yeah. So I'll do that. That'll be kind of boring. So I'll do that off screen, I guess. So you guys don't have to be bored out of your minds with that. And then we get started on Monday with creating Naked Flow, which is going to be not a coffee, but our template, our first ever template, which will be a bare bones, pretty minimal website, thinking a corporate person or a corporate, like a company that will come to me and says, hey, I'm a freelancer, I'm a new entrepreneur. I just need a website. I just need my home, my about, contact, team page, stuff like that. Testimonial section, very, very simple, and a blog. So very naked, very minimal. And yeah, that's what we're going to start with on Monday. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate everyone tuning in, all the support. You guys are awesome, and have yourself a fantastic weekend. And I'll see you here for another stream on Monday. Ciao.